Oh, Shahan, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. Thank you for asking. So, where are you from?
I'm from Maharashtra.
Maharashtra, all right.
Where are you
So,
from?
I'm from Chennai, Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
Okay, just a second. I just the session material that we have to go through. So, did you take a look at them? The session documents?
Yeah, I think metro city and small town or village is something.
All right, I'll just open it up.
I just check topic, not slides.
All right, it's all right. So, I'll just okay. All right, yeah. Big city or small town? So, what is your favorite big city or favorite small town?
I think I can't say big city or small town favorite because everything has pros and cons. So sometimes I like big cities and sometimes I like small towns as well.
Small towns, all right. So, before we go any further, I just want to ask you. So, tell me your problem areas in English speaking. So, where do you have the trouble? Like,
Actually, don't have any problem. I just want to speak correct English because my grammar is okay, but while speaking, I make little bit grammatical mistakes and article
uh-huh,
mistakes as well. So I
uh-huh.
expect my tutor to correct me my grammatical mistakes and my article mistakes then and there. If
All
you
right,
give me feedback at the end of the session, yeah, you made that mistake.
all
I
right.
don't remember what mistake I've
You
made.
forget
If you
it.
correct me then and there, it's better.
All right, I'll correct you when you make a mistake. I'll correct you then and there. Right.
Yeah.
So, right. So, how long have you been taking clapping sessions?
I think more than 15 days. It's my third or fourth week.
Third or fourth week. All right. Okay. So, yeah, which city, which would you live in? Like, would you live in a big city or a small town?
I'm living in a small town.
Small town. Are you living in a small town right now?
Yes, I'm in a very small town of
All right.
14,000 population.
14,000. All right. So I'm the opposite. My town population is 11 million.
Oh my God.
That's Chennai, Tamil Nadu, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
mine's a big city, and I don't have very good opinions on. I mean, very any favorable opinions on big cities because I hate big cities, but I don't have a choice. I have to live here. So, have you ever lived in a big city?
Not for so long, sometimes for 1 week or for few days regarding some work.
Uh, all right. So, describe your experience in both of them. Like, describe your experience in living in a big city for a while and living in a small town.
Okay. As I'm born and brought up in a small town, so I know everything, pros and cons of small town.
Mm-hmm,
Like we do not get good education facility, medical facility, healthcare, advanced uh, hospital care.
mm-hmm,
So it's a disadvantage.
mm-hmm,
And regarding education is most important point.
mm-hmm.
In large
So,
cities, we could get good health facilities, good education, good colleges, and all those things.
mm-hmm,
But in metro cities, I think uh, everything is a bit costly. Again, it's time consuming. If you want to means travel within city, just from one place to another place, you have to invest your time, your energy, your money, everything. In
mm-hmm,
small town, it doesn't happen. We reach within 5 to 10 minutes.
mm-hmm,
Then in a big city, large city, people tend to eat out, dine out. So I think they are not eating healthy.
mm-hmm. In a big city, people eat outside more. Their food habits are not healthy, and they order from
Junk
Swiggy and
food and
Zomato all
all,
the time.
but in small town, all those things are not available at our place. So
Mm-hmm.
we tend to eat regularly home meal. So
Home
this
meals
is
you make home food, all right?
advantage. Then
Right.
again, in a large city, pollution and space problem
Okay.
again.
You
Like
can say in a
people
large
have
city.
in
In
a
a large.
large city,
Yeah.
people have to adjust in small rooms or small house. In small town, we have big house, big
Mhm.
space, separate rooms for everybody.
Yes.
So yeah, we
It,
can maintain our privacy, but in a large city, I think it's not possible for people.
no, and it's also expensive, right? The quality of life is not so good, but very expensive. And I'll give you a my opinion on big cities. Okay, I'll just add on a few points to yours. Like you did mention that people eat out a lot and they spend a lot of money eating out. In my city, and you also mentioned it's very expensive. So in my city, it's expensive, but also not good. The quality is bad.
Quality,
So
I'm means rather than money, I'm talking about quality as well, because every day eating out and junk food, it's not a very healthy option.
yes, and, and I don't know about which you said Maharashtra, right? So
Yeah.
have you must have been to Mumbai
Yes, many times.
many times. So how is the food there? Like restaurant food, uh, it doesn't matter the price range. How is the food in general?
I think it was not fresh food, and taste wise, it was okay, but I'm not guaranteed because one or twice uh,
Once or twice?
it deteriorated my health as well.
Yes.
So I realized that food was not good, and that's why I had upset stomach or some kind of things,
Uh-huh.
a severe stomach pain kind of
Mhm.
things I had to face. So I realized that I'm eating at particular restaurant and it's not a good quality food. So yeah.
Mm. All right. So same. So how are the restaurants in your town, like in a small town? So are they fresh there? But you did mention that you guys don't eat as much as you would eat in a city, but still, there you guys
Yeah,
will have restaurants.
restaurants
So how is
are
the
restaurants are there, but small restaurants are there. So I don't think they preserve food or use that synthetic preservatives and all that kind of food. It's
Mhm.
comparatively
So
small towns, so maybe they
so
make
it's fresher.
fresh food.
All right.
And we get fresh vegetables, but in metro cities, I don't know. Maybe it's like what can I say? I heard that in Mumbai, people grow
Mhm.
their vegetables on the water of drainage and all kind of things. I had heard.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that's not very
So it's not
appetizing,
a,
is it?
yeah, it's not a good thing. But in metro city, it's easy to get employment due to industrial area or MIDC. Comparatively, in villages,
Mhm.
um, there are not many opportunities to get employment easily.
Mhm.
So everything has its pros and cons.
Yes. So, and that's one of the reasons I'm in the city as well. Because if I would love to stay in a village almost, but there's no work in a village, except farming and all that.
Due to employment.
Yes, it's mainly due to I can only find work in a city, and I won't say I like it. I like living in a big city because, as you pointed out, the quality of life is poor unless you have a lot of money, you know. But in a small town, you don't need to have a lot of money to
Yes.
have a good quality life. So, so tell me, like, mm, so what would you change about small towns?
I think it's not possible to change, but as time is passing, people are changing, circumstances are changing, new amenities are coming in small town as well.
Hmm.
Not like metro cities, but few things.
Hmm. So how would you guys rate your internet? Internet, do you have good broadband
Yes,
connection?
yes, I have Wi-Fi connection.
Uh-huh.
So we use it.
So
And, mobile connections, mobile internet is not very good here.
it's not very good anywhere. So Even in my city, the mobile connection is very bad.
That's why.
So yeah, but I know one place that I've had the fastest mobile connection. Okay, it was around Geo. It was around, I was getting 10 megabytes per second. So
Oh,
it's
really?
yeah, it's half as fast as my broadband connection. Okay, so this was, I used to work in industry before the pandemic in Odisha, and this was in a particular small village in the middle of nowhere where no one would have even used the internet, you know, and the internet was very good there. So I used to go there because where I lived, the internet wasn't good. But in that particular village, I could get, 10 megabytes per second, and which is in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. That's nice.
So, so it's weird actually. So, so there's a question here, like which has a better quality of life? I think we both answered that question ourselves. So I'll move on to next question. Okay, if you had to permanently move to either one, which would you choose and why? Like, if you had to permanently move to a big city, or you're already living in a small town, so which would you choose? Would you
Uh,
like to be in a big city
yeah, I
or?
would choose big city, but sometime I'll visit my town as well.
All right. So, so you would like to be in a big city, is it? Live in a big city.
Yeah, for employment, for good education facilities, for
Uh-huh.
good health facilities.
Mhm.
But I love that peace in small villages.
Yes.
Life is peaceful.
Yes. Uh, all right. I've asked you most of the question questions, so I'll just find if I have anything else here. All right. Imagine your friend is moving into a new country. What advice would you give them from the two options, like big city or small town? Like your friend is moving to a new country. What advice would you give them?
If my friend is going for certain job,
Mhm,
definitely they will have to stay where is their job. But I'll ask them to take precautions
mhm,
about food,
mhm.
health, then if possible, mm, save money because you are going to live in another country.
Yeah.
Take care of your health and all those
Moving
things.
to live in an another country.
Another country, you are
Yes.
asking
Yes.
out of India.
Yes. All right. So you said, what's up about the food? What if they move to like a country with very strict health codes, like Scandinavian countries? There the restaurants are very clean, and so would you give the same advice? You ask them to stay away from the restaurants?
No,
Mhm.
when I'll advise them, I don't know anything about that. That's why I'll advise them. If I know already, I may not talk on that topic.
All right. Okay. So which option do you think your parents would choose? Like, would they choose a big city or a small town for you?
Small town, definitely.
Definitely. Why is that?
Because they're always afraid that in big city it's not very good environment and it's
Uh-huh.
not very safe as well. They think like that, but I knew it's not.
What would you take with you if you ever went to live in a big city? So something very important. Do you have anything close to you that you'll take to the city? Some kind of tool, kitchen tool your mom used, or some kind of gardening or any tool that your dad uses, anything like that?